disaster. One key port here in the U.S. actually considers Tianjin a sister port of sorts, doing millions of dollars in business with Tianjin. On the phone, we have John LaRue. He is the executive director at that port. It's the port of Corpus Christi, Texas, the fifth largest port in the U.S. Thank you, sir, for joining us on a very busy day, I'm sure. What is the latest that you have heard about what's going on there and the relationship between you and Tianjin?
Well, as you've highlighted, it is a catastrophe. We understand there's some port workers that are missing, so we're monitoring that as best we can. We're fortunate that the relationship we have has been forged by a Chinese oil and gas pipe company called Tianjin Pipe Company, which is obviously headquartered there. So we've had a relationship with them for 6 or 7 years and have been able to also develop a relationship with the port. So
well, yeah, it sounds like, at least from what we've heard, that you all have had a pretty decent relationship. And all we ever hear is there's this adversarial relationship between China and the U.S. Not so with you guys, correct?
No, not at all. They're building a $1 billion oil and gas pipe plant here at the Port District. As I said, we've worked with them for 6 years. They're an excellent customer. The plant will be finished next year, and they're the fourth largest oil and gas pipe manufacturer in the world, and they chose our site to get into the U.S. market. Sure. in a much bigger way.
Well, John, for our viewers who don't know, it was a big building or an area that was storing toxic chemicals and gas. Natural gas, so that's why you start to see what was the force of 24, it would equate to 24 tons of TNT. Have you gotten through to any of the folks that you know and deal with at Tianjin?
No, we decided to leave them alone this week. We'll try to reach out to them next week. As I said, I'm sure they're dealing with this disaster both on a personal level and then on a commercial level. We understand the warehouse district there is immense. It's
huge,
much larger than what we see in the U.S. and their port facility is much larger than any U.S. port. So it's a massive area. The video I saw did not look like it was actually on the port facilities where the docks are, but it obviously massive destruction.
Crazy. Oh, it's so upsetting. John LaRue, thank you. John's with the Port of Corpus Christi. We appreciate you speaking to us and giving us a sense. Folks, this is important to see what John was talking about. There is a very distinct relationship between Tianjin Port and the Port of Corpus Christi. This matters here as far as economics are concerned, as well as, of course, the human devastation.